We do have 31. So it's going to be a reading issue. It's never a posting issue this entire time. We've been bamboozled. This entire time, folks, we've been bamboozled. Golly. Well, that's good, though. That's good because it lets me know that maybe it's a bit of a lighter issue than we originally predicted. If it was a posting issue or something, I was a little more concerned. So it's good to know that all of our endpoints are linked up proper, at least all the posting ones. So let's check out the Git ones, see if there's an issue there. Let's see. So console log. Oh, that's not the one we want. We want to see what's coming back in our response when we get tasks. Because we're getting some, but it's not the right ones, right? And are we posting tasks to the correct project, or am I hard coding a project somewhere? I don't know, folks. We're gonna have to do some investigative work because we did do a lot of shifting when making the huge leap between tasks, users and projects and teams. That was a big, like a lot of stuff was going on between that. So there's a chance that some things got moved and shifted around. Very, very likely. Project store. I think we have a selected project that we could see for the, I want to see the selected project ID up top right above the project we're selecting. I think that would be incredibly useful right now. Project ID. So I don't remember if it's project. Break it. Yeah, let's go look at our project store, see what the objects are. Project, and maybe it could be project.project ID. I bet it is. But I vaguely forget. So let's see what the console returns us real quick, and we'll get that on screen. Undefined. Project ID. Boom, there it is. Okay, so we just want to make sure that the tasks being posted are going to be this project ID or associated to this project ID. So that's how we're differentiating from different projects, for instance. So if I click on a new project, I go to this new project name, boom, it should have different tasks associated with it, and it does. Because it's a different project, we would expect that. And when I'm a different user, I should also have different projects unless I'm on the same team as somebody. So a lot of thinking went into that. Thank you, Chester. And yeah, so let's just identify the ID associated with these tasks. Maybe in the database, maybe there's some telltale sign there of what's going on. So this is this project that we're posting to. Oh, you know what? In the post task modal, I don't think I am pushing a project ID. I think that was something that got abandoned. I think I'm pushing the same exact project ID, I believe. Nope, that's the right project ID. So I am a new task. Post it. Boom, let's see. 32, got it. Okay, and we're gonna go to 32. I am a new task and it's posted to the correct project, but we're not seeing it. Task category. Interesting. That is so interesting, folks. I wonder if it has something to do with, there's so much code now, I just realized. So much code. Holy crap. Okay, project ID. Oh, I see. Just need to do some of these real quick. Boom. Detective Pags, back at it again. Can't wait to exit this project and then sell it for X amount of dollars and live on a beach for the rest of my life and sip Mai Tais. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be amazing. But I'll be honest, I'll probably build more software out there at the beach. Cause this is fun. It's like little puzzles all the time. It's like a tiny little puzzle. Every time you gotta fix something. It's like a little mind game. Test your knowledge, you know? Okay, so what I wanna do now, the next thing I'm gonna vet for, let me collapse a lot of this stuff to, this is our base column and it's just, it needs a makeover. I know it does. But what I wanna do is get the task store tasks, see what comes up, because I remember we just did this the other day and what popped up were all the tasks. So I don't think I don't think we're not receiving the right task. I think maybe it's a column issue. Task_tasks. Interesting. So maybe we're not receiving the task because I was expecting to see a bunch of little tasks popped up wherever, like a bunch of little letters popping up. So maybe that is our first clue. That is our first clue. So I will go back to the response here and see what we get back in our deal. We're receiving a task by the task project ID. If we don't have the project ID and we're firing off this fetch, that could be an issue, which is exactly why we need React query, because we want to retry until we have that project ID. So maybe these are old tasks in the cache that are showing on the screen. That's why we're seeing something, but not seeing the actual task associated to this project. Yeah, it looks like we're getting tasks by projects and then we're fetching it. It's undefined, then boom, it's discovered. And we're getting a 404 not found. So, folks, detective work is over. Time to put on the other cap, and we're gonna go into backend software engineer mode. So I'm gonna go to the API, tasks by project tasks. I don't even think that's an endpoint anymore. Well, there we go. That'll do it. That'll literally do it. That doesn't exist anymore, folks. Tasks by project doesn't exist. It's just tasks, I imagine. So maybe it's just this. Maybe it's just that simple. That would be awesome. But it looks like tasks by endpoint does not exist anymore, or tasks by category or project or whatever it was. Don't exist. Boom, and there's our task. There they are. So I'm gonna try it again. Still unconvinced it'll work, but we're another step closer. That was another clue. Looks like a successful clue, I think. Okay, so boom, the project ID gets found, then we get fetched. So it looks like the retries are handled, which is good. Get tasks, and we get an array of 14 tasks. And then if we go to a different project, we should get different tasks. Looks like just 2 of them. Perfect. And I think this is the zilch, and it is. And zilch there too. So I vaguely remember working on deleting projects as well, so I wonder if that has something to do with it, like projects going to the graveyard if we have some bad atomic function that just deletes something wrong, or I don't know, folks. There was a lot of moving parts. Yeah, so let's see. So all of our tasks are showing up now, but I am a new task now shows up. So we are getting a new task. So I'll say another new task. Boom. Test. Here we go. Maybe now it's a column issue where we're not receiving the right column to filter by or something, potentially. Folks, I'm just ideating out loud, brainstorming, thinking aloud. So we have, I am a new task. I just posted another new task and I'm not seeing it. And it gave us a success response, I thought. And we should see it in the database, which I believe we do. Another new task, and it's associated with this project ID. So C588 ending up with 029FA, C588 029FA. And yeah, I'm confused. Let's see. It still should pop up here at the very least, right? Of this response, right? Let's see what these tasks look like. Boom, we got 14 of them. I am a new task, but we're not getting the other one. The one we just created. That's so interesting. So if I go to post a task again, let's go down here, check out this endpoint, and I really just want to see the project ID that it's getting posted to. But we see it literally in the database, so it wouldn't ever even get there if this wasn't working at least to some degree proper. And we get a positive signal backwards on the front end, so that's good. That is good. Yeah, folks. Oh, you know what? Now I wonder if the caching is an issue. Probably is. So this is probably a good sign to not use Redis on this part or figure out a cache worker. We'll just negate Redis for right now, see if that works. Because I think what it's doing, it's going to the Redis cache. Redis isn't updated, not yet. And then these tasks are working and posted, but it's just not registering on the front end quite yet. Let's see. Fingers crossed, folks. Oh, it did work. Nice. Another test. Nice. Okay, so that is part of it, is we're using Redis incorrectly, or we're using Redis correctly, but we need to integrate a cache worker. Do we do that? Yeah, this is becoming a significant build. That's what we set out to do. That is what we set out to do. Let's ask ChatGPT if he can quickly integrate a cache worker. That would be awesome. Can you integrate a cache worker so when my database updates, Redis is updated as well? Boom. Let's see. Because that would just be like smooth. Like we're looking at a very proper system at that point. That is going to be, but I don't know if after a task is created, the related cache for that project task is deleted. The next time the tasks for the project are fetched, they are pulled from the database again. So when I pull or post, I need to clean out Redis, and I think that's it. I think that's all. So, okay, so let's try. So if I go boom, test AAA. Sorry guys, I run out of stuff to do. So I just put random letters and stuff just to try things out really quick. So boom, we posted it. It should have cleared our cache. If I refresh now, we should see this update with test AAA. If that's so, it's working. Let's see. Come on. Where's our deal? Kind of half worked. It did clear Redis, which is good, but now we're dealing with reactivity issues. So let's see. Let me switch this and then I'll go back and see if that updates. I forget what we just named that test. Oh, we did name it test. That's right, sweet. Okay, so that is working great then. That's awesome. We got a good Redis. The only thing now we need to do is work on reactivity. So when I post a task, I want to fetch more tasks. And that should really just be from here. Should just fire off this function, right? After I update a task or post a task, right? Where's post task? That's really all it should be. Say Ryan, and boom, and test, and to do, and let's see. Nope, didn't see it. Okay, so maybe it's because the front end component already has the data and the front end component needs to watch it somehow. So this is again where we need React query or something, right? Where we don't need it. I guess we can get away with the use effect or something like that. But if this was all already handled with React query, would just be right on the nose. Good news is cache is kind of working. Almost defeats the purpose of it, but maybe not too at the same time. So, but a lot of work needs to go into this because this is just, these columns are big. They are built out and huge. So I would love to break it down a lot more because we got these modals within the task columns, and then not only the modals, we've got task cards within the columns, and these cards are huge also. Like these are built out pretty proper because these are their own little smart components where we're going to be able to assign these to people and update obviously, and you can collapse the cards. And then we're going to get that draggable thing, and then I need next tokens. Like there's a lot going on there. So yeah, let's try to fix the reactivity though. I'm going to ask our trusty chat, can you fix the reactivity so when I post a task, I want to refetch task or update the columns to show there's a new task. All right, let's see. See what it does. That's a ton of code. It said it can't do it. It's too long. Okay, so I think I'd benefit hugely then from probably breaking out some of this stuff, and I think the task cards might be the first thing to do that. So, because there's just a lot going on. That is kind of what broke the reactivity originally. Well, I put it all on this page, so it's all together where I can handle all the data at one kind of area. So when I post, where's my use effect? Boom, here we go. So I'm looking for filtered tasks, task store. If task store has no tasks, oh, got it. I see. Let's pop that out then. And we're still actually dealing with another issue though, because the filtered task or some version of these tasks that are being shown are not the versions that are in the task store, right? So there's some issue there where the task in the task stores, they are at least being shown properly. Like that's at least acceptable where you know, if I had to refresh to at least see the task, at least that's like, it's not ideal, but at least you could see the task, right? So these are not the same tasks that are here, and I need to know why that is happening too. So there's kind of a few things here that need to be ironed out, and currently we're ironing them out. But what would be doing that is what I want to know. What would be doing that? I think maybe the filtered task. Project task. Are the project store.project task the same as the task store.task? They should be. That would be my first guess. Let me close this task card. Huge component, wildly unmaintainable at this point, but sometimes that's just it. You just got to build, you know? Sometimes you just got to build. So let's see. I want to see where this ends. Looks like they're two different sets of tasks. Boom, folks. Well, there we go. That's concerning. So the task store.tasks are different from the project.project tasks. I wonder if the project tasks are being updated in Prisma somehow, or the relationship is like, I have no idea, but those are two different sets of tasks. That's what I do know. So if we fetch something else, let's see what pulls up. Oh, that's the same task. It's nothing else. So weird. Project store.project.tasks. Let's go to the project store and see what is over there. Tasks, project.tasks, projects by user. Okay, let's go to this endpoint. Projects by user should be including task and task status, right? So interesting. Maybe I'm only showing assigned task or something potentially. Let's try to muck around with it, folks. See what we come up with. But those two objects really need to match. They really shouldn't even match. It should just be pulled from the same source. So, but I understand what I'm doing. The task store tasks should be pulled from the project that we're currently in. So where are we getting those tasks? We're getting it from the project ID. So in theory, I should just be able to use the project or the task store task and not have a project store task. I don't need to do that because this one's working. So otherwise I would do it, but this one's working. And maybe my thought was to streamline it, because technically if we get the project to have all the data associated with the project delivered to the DOM, meaning we have it all with it. So we have the users, the team, the projects, the tasks. Boom, it's like one API call, you get it all. So it kind of would be an effective way to do it. But if we're messing with components and stuff, I think what I was going for here was building a specific endpoint that would just fetch for tasks for this reason. So I am going to just do that. Instead of using the project store.tasks, we're going to swap it over to the task store.tasks. And that could be a solution, potentially. And boom, bada bang. Call me detective. Call me detective. I was gonna say something cheeky after that. I didn't have anything, folks. I just call me detective, you know? Hey, detective. I'll say, hey, What do you need done? What do you need detected, you know? Call me detective. All right, folks. I am not going to wrap it up there. We're going to test this, see if, because the reactivity is now one other issue. See if that works. Let's see. Can't fully distinguish if it worked or not because there's 50 different named tests. I love this software, but it's just such a clean, like crisp platform. Like I'm super excited to be working on this right now. Internally, I know externally I'm like sick a little bit, but internally I am very, very, very excited to be working on this. Oh, and deleting task. I remember this isn't working. Gave an okay, but I don't think it's actually working. So yeah, we need to iron out all this. All this needs to be just going. I'm going from detective to tailor here in a sec because I need to tailor this out and iron out these wrinkles. You know what I mean? But I'm pretty pumped to have ironed that out at least. That's kind of cool. That is pretty cool, pretty rad. This is a tiny thing. Just wanted to put a shadow on these so they look a little bit more popped out. And that way when we grab them, I've yet to think about how to do that yet. Well, we built it out, the draggable stuff. It would be kind of cool to do right now. Do we swing for it? Could be another hour, could be 15 more minutes. I have no idea, folks. But gosh, this is some proper software. At least UI UX wise, this is looking proper, and it's getting more proper. We're gonna iron this thing out. So getting very, very excited. Very, very, very excited. Because I'm getting positive feedback. You guys are enjoying it, and yeah, you know, I just think it's good. You know, like it just looks good. So like it's gonna be good by the time I'm done with it. It's gonna be like bulletproof. Has to be. I won't be proud of anything less than that. I literally will be pissed off until it's bulletproof. Right now I'm internally pissed off. I'm raging internally until this is bulletproof and perfect. At least the core functionality, you know what I mean? At least the core functionality. Let me think about how to do this. So our use effect is checking store task. Maybe I do this now. So it's just gonna get task, get task, get task, get task. I don't need to do this. I can actually monitor the task store tasks, and potentially that is all I need to do. Do this, delete these. Boom. Okay, so I'm gonna try this out now. Let's see, test priority, test, and I've already went to post it for me. Interesting. Oh, you know what? I see what's going on. That's why I couldn't do this. So if I just have a handle post functionality. All right, why is this still doing this? Come on, stop doing that. Stop it. But if I just have if I just pull out all these functions, right, to have, let me try to vocalize this. I have a post task functionality. I just put all this stuff to the task store.post task, and I thought I was being cheeky and cleaning this up. So if I just literally copy this all and do this and say handle post task, build a function, right? It's going to be the most like simple workaround for it. And I'll go right here. I'll say function handle post task. This function is going to accept all of these parameters. And then after it does a successful response, I'm just going to refetch. Just task store, just go get more tasks. Will it work? I don't know. Let's test. Give another test task. Let's do it. Sometimes, folks, it's the simple things. Sometimes that's all it is. And we'll go async and we'll await this, wait for a positive response. And that is how the cookie crumbles.